Hello, sunshines. Happy December 1st. Oh my gosh, first day of Vlogmas. It's 9:30 at night. And I had a pretty lovely day. It definitely felt like the first Monday of December at school. Not in a bad way, kind of in a like we're almost to break sort of way. I don't know. If you're not a teacher, I don't think I can explain it. Like, December is just kind of, I don't know, kids are kind of on their best behavior because parents are hanging presents over their heads, which is lovely. The only group of kiddos who weren't like great today were kindergarten, because they were gone from school for 5 days, so they totally forgot how to be kindergartners, which is totally normal. Because when you're 5 days is the equivalent of like 3 months for a grown-up. Anyway, I went to my boyfriend's after school, but I did not work on the puzzle at all today. I looked at it for a moment, but I made him a advent calendar. He's not very like into Christmas. It's not his thing. He doesn't really do it. Which is fair because I don't really do Christmas either. But y'all know I love me an advent calendar. So his is really basic. It's just sour candies. I put them in some white bags. He was like, how does this work? Because he saw the candy in my car a few days ago because he was in my car and I hadn't anticipated him being in my car. And I was like, well, it was going to be a surprise, but because he was like, ooh, candy. And I was like, no, you can't have it yet. You have to wait. And so I got to his house and I hadn't finished making the advent calendar. I started it yesterday, but got busy with all of the other things. And so I didn't finish it. And I was like, well, I'm making you one, but it's not done yet. And so he made dinner and did some chores around his house. And while he was doing that, I finished his advent calendar and I was like, oh, surprise! I made you an advent calendar. Are you so surprised? He was like, yes, it looks so lovely. I was so excited. And then I went and laid down because hormones and cramps and exhaustion, general life exhaustion. And he brought me dinner in bed because I wasn't feeling great. And then he was like, so how does this calendar work? Are they like, is it a specific thing they do? I was like, yes, you just follow the numbers. Today is day 1 because it's December 1st. So he grabbed the day 1 and it was Sour Patch watermelon. And he was like, oh, that's going to work with me tomorrow. And then he was like, I couldn't wait. I had to have some tonight. So, I don't know. I love an advent calendar. I love it. Yeah. So hopefully he likes it. My kiddos opened their calendars. My littlest, it's supposed to be a charm bracelet. So I figured day 1 would be the bracelet, but now I'm wondering if I have to buy the bracelet because it was a charm, but it also looks like an unfinished charm. So I'm kind of, I don't know, we'll see what tomorrow's thing is. I'm trying to decide if I'm mad or not about it. We'll see. But my oldest kiddo got a set of mini dice today and seems to like it. So that's exciting. And I told my oldest that I want the boxes that I came in back so that I can reuse them next year. She was like, no, I want them. I was like, but I'm going to reuse them next year. And she was like, oh, okay, fair, fine. I just want them to have them, not for any purpose. So it's exciting. I also worked on my Advent sock today. So the whole first mini is in. Good job, me. I also worked on the Croy socks, and the first mini is into the Croy socks. I decided to split charcoal between the cuffs, and now I am working on one sock, and I have this ball of Croy socks in the gray brown marl colorway. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put a whole pattern repeat into this sock, and then I'll put the rest into the other sock. So that'll be 3 big stripes and 3 skinny stripes going into this sock. And then I'll figure out what scrap I want to use next. I am about to start a new book as I go to sleep called How to Succeed at Witchcraft by, is that Ashlyn? I think it's Ashlyn Brophy. I don't know. Totally picked it up for the name and liked the cover. So have no idea what it's about. And I'm very tired. I also worked on the pink blanket today. And when I spun my, my nose. When I spun my blanket wheel this morning, my nor'easterly came up. So I started my new nor'easterly. I only did 2 ridges, but I just, I started it. And I did half of one of the columns tops bound off. So it was just fun to do that for just a quick minute, just a few minutes as I was editing this morning. All right, I guess this is where I'm going to end it for tonight. I am having so much fun with Vlogmas. Are you having so much fun? I've only watched 3 Vlogmases today. That's all I had time for. That's okay. It just means that I will have so many Vlogmases to catch up on. I'm so excited. I love Vlogmas, and I'm not even upset that I'm probably going to have to be watching into January because I love Vlogmas so much. It's just so fun seeing everybody be so joyful about things. I love it.